The moment humans revealed their true military force, the galaxy trembled in silence. HFY, the stars over human space were calm. From Earth to the farthest colony, everything seemed quiet. The Galactic Council believed humanity was a small, unimportant member. Humans had joined the Council only 50 years ago. Most older species saw them as loud, emotional, and reckless. They could trade, build, and talk well. They could not fight, or so the galaxy thought. Captain Ethan Brooks stood on the bridge of the patrol ship Horizon's Edge. The viewports showed the dark expanse of space. Stars twinkled far away, and the soft glow of nearby colonies glimmered. Ethan was not tall, but his presence made others notice. He had brown hair, steady green eyes, and a calm way of observing everything. He did not speak much, but he saw everything. "Captain, we are approaching the Helios corridor," reported Lieutenant Carter Lee, his communications officer. "No sign of Verk's ships yet, but the sensors picked up small energy readings. They could be scouts." Ethan nodded. "Keep the scanners wide. Do not let anything slip by unnoticed. I want a full report if anything appears." Ethan's crew worked quietly. Humans had learned to survive by watching carefully. They studied patterns and waited for the right moment to act. The galaxy thought humans were unpredictable, but really, humans were patient. Far from the Helios corridor, the Verk's Dominion fleet moved in silence. Its ships were large and gleaming black. The Verks had ruled many systems for centuries. Their warships were armed with ancient plasma cannons and shields that could withstand almost anything. They believed no new species could challenge them. Admiral Olivia Grant watched the holographic display of the Verk's fleet from her command station on Earth. She was a tall woman with short red hair and sharp brown eyes. She had spent her life preparing for moments like this, though the Council did not take her warnings seriously. "The Verks are moving too fast," Olivia said quietly. "They will reach the Helios corridor in 3 days. We must be ready." Commander Daniel Ross, head of intelligence, leaned over the table. "Admiral, the Council will not authorize an attack. They think the humans cannot win. They will order us to negotiate or retreat." Olivia's face remained calm. "Let them believe we are weak. That is exactly what we want." Hidden in orbit around Mars, Dr. Maya Collins checked the energy cores of the ships nobody knew existed. Her hair was black, tied in a practical bun. Her eyes sparkled with the same excitement that scientists always had when their work came alive. These ships were not registered with the Council. They were built in secret over decades. They were humanity's insurance, their hidden strength. "The energy cores are at full capacity," she said. "The fleet will be ready in 48 hours. Meanwhile, the Council debated on Corvin Prime. Most species laughed at the human representatives. "They have small fleets, weak colonies, and no real war experience," said Lord Zathar of the Verk's Dominion, his voice cold and sharp. "There is nothing to fear. Earth will yield when pressured." The human ambassador, Samuel Green, remained calm. He had short blonde hair and a gentle smile. "We hope it will not come to war, but Earth will defend its people if needed." No one took him seriously. The galaxy did not fear humans. On the human colony world New Horizon, miners worked under the light of twin suns. They did not know a Verk scout fleet had already passed near their system. Strange energy readings had appeared days before, but most dismissed them as natural fluctuations. Then the first attack came. A shadow moved across the sky. Verk's warships appeared without warning. Their weapons fired plasma bolts that tore through mining stations like paper. Panic spread. Ethan Brooks received the transmission from New Horizon while at the Helios corridor. The message was fragmented and full of static. "Verk's ships, overwhelming, evacuate," he clenched his jaw. "Alert the fleet. All units move to intercept. Prepare for immediate engagement if necessary." Lieutenant Lee frowned. "Captain, our patrol fleet is outnumbered. We could be destroyed before reinforcements arrive." Ethan's voice was steady. We are not here to fight the entire Dominion alone. We are here to watch, to report, and to survive. Every move they make, we record. Every weakness they show, we remember. He paused, looking at the blinking lights of the ship's control panels. The galaxy believes we are weak. Let us see what happens when they realize they are wrong. Back on Earth, Olivia Grant activated secure communications with hidden shipyards near Saturn. "Initiate Contingency Protocol Atlas," she ordered. Dr. Collins's fingers flew over the controls. The massive warships, hidden for decades, began to power up. They had armor humans had developed over centuries. Their weapons were designed with a precision that no alien species could imagine. The cores glowed blue, pulsing softly like the heartbeat of the fleet. Captain Brooks received another message from New Horizon. Only a few ships had survived. Civilians were evacuating in small transport craft, fleeing towards safe zones near nearby moons. "Prepare emergency pickup coordinates," he said. "No one is left behind if we can help it. Humanity does not abandon its own." Commander Ross monitored alien communications. "The Verks believe they have the advantage. They have no idea we are ready." Ethan nodded. "Good. Let them feel overconfident. They always make mistakes when they believe the other side is weak." The first Verks assault fleet reached the Helios corridor. Their sensors did not detect anything unusual. They saw only empty space, quiet and unguarded. They assumed humans had retreated to avoid conflict. Ethan's fleet moved silently along hidden paths. Small patrol ships appeared and disappeared, mapping enemy movements. They did not engage yet. Humans had learned long ago that victory was not about rushing into battle. It was about timing, precision, and patience. On Earth, Olivia Grant stood before the Council. "The Dominion has begun an attack near New Horizon," she said. Her tone was calm, but her eyes were sharp. "If the Council does not act, humanity will respond on its own. We have defenses the galaxy does not know about," Council members murmured. "Human bluffing as usual," some said. "They cannot match our fleets." Admiral Grant did not respond. She already knew what the galaxy did not. That night on the command deck of Horizon's Edge, Ethan Brooks looked out at the dark space of the corridor. Stars twinkled quietly. Somewhere in the distance, Verk's ships approached. They believed the humans were weak. Ethan touched the control panel. "Let them think we are nothing," he whispered. "We are watching, we are waiting, and soon they will learn the truth." Meanwhile, Dr. Collins watched energy readings on hidden monitors. Every human warship was now powered and ready. Contingency Protocol Atlas had begun. It would remain silent until the right moment. The galaxy did not know that humanity had spent decades preparing. They had learned from wars, from mistakes, from history itself. The first Verk scout ship was destroyed without warning. A tiny, invisible human weapon had struck it from orbit. The rest of the fleet did not notice. They assumed it was an accident, a malfunction. Ethan's fleet continued to shadow them, recording every movement. Every weakness, every formation, every delay. Humans did not rush. They did not panic. They waited for the moment when patience would turn into power. Admiral Grant sent a secure message to all human commanders. "Stay ready. Do not reveal yourselves. We fight only when the time is right. The galaxy believes we are weak. That belief will be our strength." On New Horizon, civilians huddled in shelters, unaware of the massive fleet awakening silently around them. They trusted humans to protect them, and they would not be disappointed. The Verk's Dominion did not know it yet, but their arrogance had given humanity the advantage. Every overconfident move they made, every miscalculation would be remembered. Every weak point would be exploited. Captain Ethan Brooks looked at the stars again. "They will come closer," he said. "And then they will see what humans are capable of. Not just strength, not just ships, but strategy, patience, and unity. They will see a species they never respected before. They will see humanity in its full power." Silence returned to space. The stars did not move, but humanity was awakening. Hidden fleets powered silently. Energy cores glowed in the shadows of moons. The galaxy believed humans were weak, but in that quiet moment, a storm was forming, and no one could see it yet. The first part of the battle had not even begun. But the moment humans were ready, the galaxy would tremble in silence. The Verk's Dominion fleet moved deeper into human space. Their ships gleamed black in the starlight, stretching across hundreds of kilometers. The Dominion commanders believed humans were weak and unprepared. They had destroyed colonies before, crushed rebellions, and survived wars that lasted centuries. Nothing could scare them. They thought humanity would be no different. Captain Ethan Brooks watched from the bridge of Horizon's Edge. His green eyes were steady. Around him, the crew moved quietly, checking sensors, adjusting shields, and monitoring communications. "Captain," said Lieutenant Carter Lee, pointing at the screen, "the Verk's fleet is approaching the Helios corridor. They expect nothing. Their formation is tight but slow. It is perfect for observation and analysis." Ethan nodded. "Keep the scanners active. Record every detail. Do not fire unless ordered. Let them believe we are still weak. Their arrogance will be our weapon." Behind the human colonies, hidden in the shadow of Saturn, massive warships powered up. These ships were unlike any the galaxy had seen. Their armor reflected starlight like black glass. Weapons lined their hulls in perfect symmetry, glowing faintly with energy contained inside. Humans had built them over decades in secret. The Council had no records. No other species had seen them. Dr. Maya Collins monitored the energy cores. "All systems stable," she said. Her voice was calm, but her eyes shone with excitement. "The fleet is ready. They will not know what hit them." Commander Daniel Ross studied alien communications. "The Verks believe humans are retreating," he said. "They are advancing into the corridor, expecting nothing. They will be surprised." Admiral Olivia Grant sat in the command center on Earth. She had red hair, short and neat, and sharp brown eyes. She leaned over the table and gave orders calmly. "Do not engage yet. Let them come closer. Precision is more important than power. Remember, we are humans. Patience is our advantage." Captain Brooks checked the sensor readings again. Hundreds of Verk ships, including battleships and command vessels, moved steadily. They were confident. They believed humans had no chance. "Lieutenant Lee," Ethan said, "mark every ship. Record their positions and shield strengths. Note their weapon ranges. This will guide the strike." Lee nodded. "Yes, Captain." In orbit near Mars, Dr. Collins initiated the final activation sequence for the hidden fleet. Massive engines roared silently through the hulls, bending space slightly, allowing faster movement than any known warp system. The ships were cloaked from regular sensors, invisible to all but humans. "Activation complete," she said. "All ships are in position. Ready for decloak on your mark." "Very well," Admiral Grant replied. "Do not give them warning. Let them approach until they believe nothing is there. Then we strike." On New Horizon, survivors of the first Verk's attacks moved carefully toward safety. The Verk's fleet still thought the humans had no real military presence. Civilians carried whatever supplies they could, unaware that massive warships waited silently in orbit to defend them. The first minor skirmish came from a Verk scout. It approached too close to the corridor's outer rim, unaware of a hidden human defense satellite. A silent beam struck the scout's engines, disabling it instantly. It drifted helplessly into a nearby asteroid field. Ethan watched the sensors. "Good. They are noticing nothing. The fleet is ready. Let's wait until they believe they have the advantage." Days passed slowly. The Verk's fleet entered the Helios corridor fully. Their largest battleships led the way, with smaller cruisers following. The Dominion commanders laughed at every message from the Council urging caution. "Human defenses are minimal," said one officer. "They will scatter or surrender." Then, a silent pulse ran through the corridor. Hundreds of massive human warships decloaked simultaneously. The Verk's fleet froze. Their sensors detected shapes far larger than anything they expected. Armor glinted in the starlight. Weapons arrays stretched across kilometers. Energy shields pulsed softly, showing power beyond comprehension. "Identify yourselves," shouted the Verk's commander through hailing channels. His voice was sharp, angry, and confused. Admiral Grant's voice answered calmly. "This is the human defense fleet. You were warned." The Verk's officers stared at the holographic displays. "Impossible," one whispered. "These ships, they should not exist. They have been hidden for decades." Captain Brooks ordered his fleet to spread into attack formation. They moved with speed and precision, circling the Verk's ships from multiple angles. Humans did not fire randomly. They targeted the command vessels first. The first shot fired from a human dreadnought. A focused energy beam cut through the shield of a Verk's battleship in seconds. The Verk's crew panicked. Communications were disrupted. Chaos spread quickly. "Maintain formation," Ethan said. "Do not rush. Let them make mistakes." The Verk's Dominion tried to retaliate. Plasma bolts struck at human ships, but the weapons were slow, inaccurate. Humans anticipated every move. Small, fast-attack ships struck Verk's shields, causing minor damage but maximum confusion. Lieutenant Lee reported, "Their fleet is disorganized. They cannot recover formation." Ethan nodded. "Good. Keep the pressure constant. Disable their weapons one by one." From Earth, Admiral Grant watched the battle unfold. She spoke into the secure channel, "Do not destroy them all. Let some escape." The message must be clear. Humanity does not destroy without reason. We fight for security, not conquest. Hidden satellites in the corridor activated. Kinetic projectiles moved silently, striking Verk's ships at weak points. The Dominion fleet was battered from multiple angles. They had never seen such coordination or precision. "Captain, they are attempting retreat," Lee shouted. "Shields failing on multiple ships, engines offline." "Let them go," Ethan replied. "We will not pursue. This is only the beginning. The galaxy must understand who we are." The first major battle ended within hours. Half of the Verk's fleet was disabled or destroyed. The rest fled, confused and humiliated. Commander Ross analyzed the aftermath. "They will spread the story. The Dominion will never approach human space lightly again." Admiral Grant remained calm. "Good, but do not celebrate. They will come back. The larger fleet will arrive soon. We must be ready." On New Horizon, survivors watched the sky. The stars were quiet again. Civilians could not see the massive human fleet hidden in nearby orbits. They did not know how close humanity had come to disaster, or how prepared the humans were to fight. Captain Brooks walked through the corridors of Horizon's Edge. The crew cheered quietly. They had performed perfectly, following years of training and preparation. No human ship had been lost. The Verks had learned the first lesson: humanity was not weak. "Report, Lieutenant," Ethan asked. "All systems normal," Lee replied. "The fleet remains intact. Civilians are safe. The Verks have retreated." Ethan looked at the stars. "This is only the start. The Dominion believes they have been challenged. They will bring the Grand Armada next. We must be ready." Dr. Collins prepared her next set of instructions. Hidden defense grids, orbital weapons, and stealth ships were ready to activate. Humans had more surprises than even the Verks could imagine. Commander Ross monitored transmissions. "The Dominion is sending messages to the Council. They are shocked. They do not know what they faced." Admiral Grant spoke to her team. "The galaxy will take note. Humanity does not fight like others. We plan, we adapt, and we strike with precision. The Verks have learned their first lesson. The next lesson will be more severe." Captain Brooks returned to the bridge. He watched the distant stars. "The galaxy believes we are weak. Soon they will see the truth, and when they do, silence will follow." Across human space, hidden fleets powered down, waiting quietly. The first step had been taken. The Verk's dominion had been humiliated. The Council had seen power it could not comprehend. But humanity did not seek glory. They sought survival, security, and peace. Ethan knew the next battle would be larger. The Verks would not forget this day. Neither would the rest of the galaxy. For now, humans had revealed only a fraction of their strength. The moment had come and the galaxy trembled in silence. The Verk's dominion had never faced anything like humans before. Their fleet was battered, their command structure shaken, and their pride wounded. The first assault had failed. Half of their ships were destroyed or damaged, and the rest had retreated into deep space, unsure of what they faced. Captain Ethan Brooks stood on the bridge of Horizon's Edge, watching the stars. "They will return," he said quietly. His green eyes were steady. "They never forget humiliation, but they do not know the full strength of humanity yet. We will show them when the time is right." Lieutenant Carter Lee nodded. "Their communication channels are filled with panic. They do not understand what hit them. And they cannot trace our hidden fleets." Ethan smiled faintly. "That is good. Let them fear the unknown. Fear is a weapon humans understand." On Earth, Admiral Olivia Grant studied the reports from the Helios corridor. Her command center was filled with glowing screens showing maps, fleet positions, and sensor readings. She had prepared for this moment for years. Every calculation, every hidden ship, every secret weapon had been tested in simulations. And now, reality had exceeded expectation. "Commander Ross," Olivia said, turning to her intelligence chief, "what do we know about their next move?" Daniel Ross leaned over the displays, tapping on controls to highlight data. "The Verks are regrouping near the Orion Expanse. They are sending messages to the Council asking for reinforcements. They are organizing a grand armada. It will be 3 times the size of the First Fleet." Olivia's eyes narrowed. "Then we prepare. They will think humans are still weak, but they will see the truth soon." Meanwhile, Dr. Maya Collins activated more of humanity's hidden defenses. Across the asteroid belts near the Helios corridor, massive kinetic projectiles and automated energy turrets powered up. Hidden satellites monitored every corner of human space, ready to strike at the first sign of intrusion. "The weapons are ready," Maya said. "They are silent now, but the moment they approach, everything will be in position. Our defenses are unmatched." Back on Horizon's Edge, Ethan Brooks gathered his officers. "The Verks believe they can challenge us because they survived the first attack. They are arrogant. That is their weakness. We will use it. Let them move closer. Let them make mistakes. We will strike precisely and carefully. No human ship will be wasted." The Verks armada approached slowly. Thousands of ships moved in formation, confident that they were the superior force. Their weapons glowed brightly, their shields active, and their commanders proud. They believed humans could not respond effectively to such overwhelming numbers. Then, human ships decloaked. Hundreds of massive warships appeared, larger and more advanced than the Verks expected. They surrounded the armada from multiple angles, perfectly synchronized. The Dominion commanders froze, unable to comprehend what they were seeing. Admiral Grant's voice echoed through secure channels. "This is humanity. We do not seek conquest, but we will defend what is ours. Leave our space or face destruction." The Verks fired their weapons, plasma bolts streaking through space. But human ships moved with speed and precision, avoiding most attacks. When they did hit, the strikes were perfectly targeted, disabling engines, shields, and weapons on key Verks vessels. Captain Brooks led a squadron of attack ships through the gaps in the armada. "Focus on command ships first," he ordered. "Disable their ability to coordinate. Do not destroy everything. We want them to remember the strength of humanity." Lieutenant Lee reported, "They are panicking, their formation is breaking, communication is failing, they cannot respond to our attacks effectively." "Good," Ethan said. "Maintain pressure, precision, and patience. Never waste energy unnecessarily." Hidden defense systems activated silently. Massive kinetic projectiles struck the Verk's armada at unexpected angles. Automated energy turrets fired bursts that disabled entire groups of ships without destroying them completely. The Dominion fleet was scattered, confused, and terrified. Commander Ross monitored Verk's communications. "They are asking for retreat again," he said, "but the human fleet is closing in on their command center. If we strike now, we can force them to surrender, or at least guarantee they will not return for decades." Admiral Grant shook her head. "No, we do not destroy indiscriminately. Our message must be clear. Humanity defends but does not seek unnecessary bloodshed. Let some ships escape. Let them remember what they faced." Captain Brooks nodded. "Understood. We will disable them and let them retreat. That is more effective than total destruction." The battle continued for hours. Every Verk's attempt to reorganize was met with coordinated human strikes. Massive dreadnoughts moved like shadows, striking where the Verks least expected. Small attack craft darted in and out, disabling engines, shields, and weapon systems. "Commander Ross," Ethan said, "track every escape vector. We need to know who survives. Every ship matters, even theirs. Let us learn from their tactics as well." "Yes, Captain," Ross replied. "All movements are recorded. We will study their strategies and adapt for future defense." Dr. Collins monitored the orbital defense grids. "Everything is functioning perfectly," she said. "The Verks cannot penetrate our defenses without massive losses. Their technology is powerful, but it cannot match our planning and preparation." Admiral Grant activated communication channels. "To the Verks fleet," she said calmly, "you may leave now. Humanity does not seek war, but we will defend ourselves with full force. Remember this day." The Verk's commander hesitated. He looked at the overwhelming force of humans, at the destroyed ships, at the scattered armada. For the first time in centuries, he felt fear. Slowly, he ordered retreat. Engines ignited and the surviving ships pulled back, leaving human space. Captain Brooks exhaled. "It is done for now. They will not underestimate us again." Lieutenant Lee smiled. "The galaxy will be talking about this for years. The Dominion cannot believe what they faced." Ethan shook his head. "Let them talk. That is what we want. Silence and fear. The galaxy must respect humanity before we expand further." On New Horizon, civilians watched the stars, unaware of the secret fleet that had protected them. They saw only the quiet aftermath. The human fleet, massive and powerful, remained hidden. Dr. Collins began preparing the next phase of defenses. "We cannot rely on this battle alone," she said. "Other empires will take note. We must strengthen every hidden outpost, every orbital defense, and every fleet. Humanity cannot afford to be caught unprepared again." Admiral Grant nodded. "Agreed. We must remain vigilant. The Verks will return. Other species will watch and learn. Our strength must be undeniable but hidden until the right moment." Captain Brooks stood at the observation deck of Horizon's Edge. He looked at the stars, silent and steady. "We are humans," he said softly. "We do not rush. We do not fear. And we never abandon our own. The galaxy will remember this day. And the next time they come, they will know exactly what humans are capable of." Across human space, hidden fleets powered down quietly. Orbital defenses returned to standby. Energy cores cooled slightly but remained ready. The galaxy had seen a fraction of human strength, and it had been enough to shake the most powerful species in the Dominion. Commander Ross monitored all communications. "The Dominion is sending distress signals to other empires. They will tell stories of what they faced. The Solari Union and the Cathari Trade Pact will take notice. Humanity is no longer ignored." Admiral Grant addressed her officers. "Do not let pride blind you. We fought well, but we fight only to defend. We do not seek conquest. Let the galaxy learn that lesson. Humanity is strong, but we are patient, and we strike only when necessary." Captain Brooks walked to the bridge window. The stars stretched endlessly before him. They came to challenge us, he said. They will return, but we will be ready. This is only the beginning. The galaxy does not understand humans yet. Soon, they will realize that patience, strategy, and preparation are as deadly as weapons. And when they do, silence will follow. On Earth, Admiral Grant watched the reports from New Horizon and the Helios corridor. The galaxy has learned a small lesson, she said. They will not approach humanity lightly, but the true power of humanity remains hidden. Let it remain so until the time is right. Dr. Collins worked late into the night, ensuring that every energy core, every hidden ship, every defense system was ready. We must prepare for the Grand Armada, she said. The next battle will not be the same. We must be ready to show the galaxy the full strength of humans. Captain Brooks and his officers gathered quietly in the command room. They spoke in low voices, planning, analyzing, and preparing. They were humans, and they had learned one thing well: patience and precision won wars, not pride or numbers. The first great battle had ended. The Verk's dominion had been humiliated, their armada scattered, and their pride broken. But the war was not over. The galaxy had seen a glimpse of humanity's power. They had seen strategy, preparation, and precision beyond expectation. But humans had only shown a fraction of their true strength. Captain Brooks looked at his crew. "Remember this moment," he said. "The galaxy trembled today, and it will tremble again when they see the full truth of humanity." Above the quiet stars, hidden fleets waited. Orbital defenses stood ready. Advanced ships prepared for the next encounter. Humanity had revealed enough to instill fear, but not so much to invite envy or war too soon. Admiral Grant spoke softly, almost to herself. "Let the galaxy remember who we are. Let them tremble in silence. The moment of truth is only beginning." And so, humans remained hidden, patient, and ready. The Verks would return, other empires would watch, and the galaxy would soon learn that when humans revealed their true military force, no one could ignore them again. This part 3 focuses on humanity's overwhelming as the galaxy was quiet, but it was not peaceful. News of the Verk's defeat spread slowly, through secret channels and whispers between empires. No one had ever seen humanity fight like this before. Not even the oldest species could recall a force so precise, so organized, and so patient. Captain Ethan Brooks stood on the bridge of Horizon's edge, staring at the distant stars. His green eyes were steady, thoughtful. "They will talk about this for years," he said. "They will warn each other. They will wonder how humans did it. And they will never underestimate us again." Lieutenant Carter Lee nodded. "The Dominion is sending messages to the Council. They are trying to explain what happened, but no one will believe the full truth. Humanity was supposed to be weak." Ethan smiled faintly. "Exactly. Let them wonder. Fear is more useful than respect, and silence is more powerful than words." Meanwhile, on Earth, Admiral Olivia Grant oversaw preparations for the next phase of defense. The Helios corridor had been cleared, but the galaxy was watching. Every major empire would take note. Humanity had no intention of expanding aggressively, but they would make sure no one thought they were defenseless again. "Commander Ross," Olivia said, turning to her intelligence chief, "what do we know about other powers reacting?" Daniel Ross checked his consoles. "The Solari Union is cautious. They are contacting us to offer alliances and trade agreements. The Cathari Trade Pact is studying our movements. They want to understand what they are facing before approaching our space. And the Dominion, they are silent, humiliated but alive. They will return only when they are certain they can win." Olivia nodded. "That is good. Let them wait. We fight to defend, not to conquer. Let the galaxy remember that." Dr. Maya Collins activated more of the hidden systems across human space. Orbital defense grids, cloaked satellites, and autonomous weapons were all ready. They could strike anywhere in seconds, but they remained hidden, unseen. Humans had learned long ago that revealing everything too soon invites envy and attack. Everything is ready. she said. "We only need to wait for the next move." Captain Brooks gathered his officers on Horizon's edge. "The Verks have learned a lesson, but the galaxy is watching," he said. "Other species will test us. We must be ready. Remember, we fight smart, not with pride. Strategy, patience, and coordination are our strength. Always." Lieutenant Lee checked sensor readings. "All boarders are quiet for now, but there are movements in the Orion expanse. They could be scouts. Nothing major yet." Ethan nodded. "Good, let them approach. Let them see nothing. When the time comes, we strike with precision. Humanity does not fight blindly. We adapt. We anticipate, and we survive." On New Horizons, civilians rebuilt their homes. They did not see the fleets hidden in orbit. They did not know the battle had taken place above them. But they felt safer. Humanity had proven it would protect them, even against overwhelming odds. Commander Ross studied the Dominion's communications. "They are sending warnings to other species now. The Council is receiving reports. They are all shocked. Humans fought beyond expectation. The Dominion is humiliated and confused. They cannot understand how a young species can do this." Admiral Grant smiled faintly. "Let them wonder, let them fear. That is enough for now." Weeks passed. Humanity did not attack anyone else. They returned to hiding, keeping their strength concealed. Other species approached cautiously, respecting human space, and no one dared challenge humanity openly. Captain Brooks walked through Horizon's edge, speaking to his crew quietly. "We have won a battle, but not a war," he said. "Humanity will continue to grow, to learn, to prepare. The galaxy must understand that we fight to defend, not to conquer. Our power is real but measured. Patience is our ally." Lieutenant Lee nodded. "They will remember this day. The Dominion, the Council, and all others. They will think twice before testing humans again." Across human space, hidden fleets remained ready. Cloaked warships, orbital defenses, and automated weapons systems waited silently. Humanity's true military power had been revealed, but only a fraction. The galaxy knew now that humans were not weak, but the full extent of their strength was still a secret. Admiral Grant met with Dr. Collins and Commander Ross. "The Verks have retreated," she said. "Other empires are cautious. We must ensure they never forget what humans are capable of." Maya Collins nodded. "We will continue improving defenses. We will adapt to every new threat. Humanity is ready for anything." Daniel Ross added, "The galaxy is learning to respect humans. We have shown them strength but also restraint. That is what makes our position secure." Captain Brooks returned to the observation deck. The stars stretched endlessly before him, silent and beautiful. "We have done well," he said softly. "The galaxy will never treat humanity the same again. And when the next challenge comes, they will see more than just ships. They will see strategy, patience, and unity. They will see the full spirit of humans." The Council called a meeting to discuss the events near the Helios corridor. Representatives from every major empire attended. They whispered to each other, shocked and confused. How could a species so young, so small, have built a fleet so powerful and coordinated? The Solari Union sent a delegation to Earth, offering trade agreements and protection pacts. They wanted to be friends with humans, not enemies. The Cathari Trade Pact did the same, sending envoys to study human technology, careful not to provoke. Even the Verks Dominion sent a representative, bowing formally and speaking humbly. "We misjudged your people," the Verks envoy said. "We did not know your strength. Humanity is formidable. We will not challenge you again if you do not wish it." Admiral Grant responded simply, "Humanity seeks only to protect itself. We do not conquer. We do not attack without reason. But we will defend our people and our space with full force. That is all you need to know." Captain Brooks watched from a distance. The galaxy had learned a valuable lesson. Humanity could not be ignored. Dr. Collins continued her work, improving systems, building new defenses, and testing new technologies. Humans had prepared for decades, and they would continue to prepare for centuries. The galaxy might fear them, but humanity would act only with reason and care. On New Horizon, civilians went about their daily lives. They did not know about the fleets waiting silently above. They did not see the automated weapons hidden in orbit or the cloaked dreadnoughts ready to strike, but they trusted humanity to protect them. Captain Brooks gathered his officers one last time. "We have revealed only a fraction of our strength," he said. "The galaxy must remember what we have done, and more importantly, what we are capable of. The Verks and all other powers will think twice before testing humans again. Patience, strategy, and coordination will guide us, and humanity will endure." Weeks turned into months. Humanity did not expand aggressively. They did not seek revenge. Their fleets remained hidden. Their defenses stood ready. The Solari Union and the Cathari Trade Pact maintained careful alliances, respecting human space. The Verk's Dominion avoided direct conflict, humiliated but alive. And the Galactic Council learned a vital lesson: humans were not to be underestimated. Captain Brooks looked at the stars one last time. "They thought we were weak," he said. "They were wrong. They will not make the same mistake again. And when the galaxy faces true danger, humans will be ready. They will see strength, patience, and unity. They will remember the moment we revealed ourselves, and silence will follow." Across the galaxy, whispers spread. Other species spoke of humans with a mixture of fear and respect. A young species had shown strength, strategy, and precision beyond expectation. They had not conquered, but they had defended, and they had survived. On Earth, Admiral Grant and Dr. Collins watched reports from across human space. "The galaxy has learned the lesson," Olivia said. "Humans defend, humans prepare, and humans endure. That is all that matters. Let them tremble in silence." Captain Brooks returned to Horizon's edge. The stars stretched endlessly before him. Humanity's true strength remained hidden, but the galaxy would never forget the day humans revealed themselves. The fleets, the hidden defenses, and the advanced weapons were ready, if ever needed again. Humans had shown only a fraction of their power. The galaxy had been warned. And for the first time, every major empire knew one thing for certain: humanity was not weak. The moment humans revealed their true military force, the galaxy trembled in silence, and it would remember.